It was the penultimate episode of Season 5, and it was just a shame that Stan Liddy couldn't make it to the finale. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment, here to review Dexter, Season 5, Episode 11. You know the score, just like our Episode 10 review. It's been at least a week, maybe closer to 2 weeks since we actually watched this episode. However, it's a bit more fresher in the memory banks than Episode 10 was, for sure.
Well, it's going to be as fresh as Stan Liddy in the back of that transit van.
Not very fresh there, so...
Jobbed it, Stan.
Yeah, for me, I think Stan Liddy, best part of Season 5, for sure. I enjoy the character. We don't get to see much of him, and, you know, he was introduced pretty late into the season. I believe he didn't get introduced until Episode 5, so... Yeah,
but that's the problem with Dexter, though. See, when someone finds out a wee bit too much about him, they're on the kill list. They're on the chopping block. They're just waiting to be killed.
Yeah, look, we could have got more Stan Liddy. I see no reason why we couldn't have. It's not like this is Season 4, and you've got this dilemma where if you give us more Stan Liddy, you're taking away from Arthur Mitchell, the Trinity Killer.
Yeah.
And... you know what? I think Season 5 did drop the ball, and to me, it's never going to be one of my favourite seasons. For me, it's a lot weaker than the first 4. I mean, it's by far the weakest so far. But I just actually believe that having a couple of things change, like having Stan Liddy have more screen time, like having maybe Quinn not give up so easily on trying to track down Dexter and his investigation. I just think that could have made it better.
No, it would have made it better, but obviously they put Quinn in the relationship with Deborah, and then it made him stop, and then... But it's not even like once she kind of cuts ties, he's back into getting at Dexter.
Yeah, also, like talk about the Barrow killers. I think that... The first guy, what's his name again?
Boyle Fowler?
Aye, Boyd Fowler.
Boyle.
So, Boyd Fowler I thought was really fun. I thought he was a great character. Problem is, the rest of them are all boring and generic as fuck, and I'll include Mr. Chase in that. I think Jordan Chase is as bland as they get.
Do you know
Cole Harmon just plays this bland, generic, I'm a bit of a tough guy.
I actually think the last guy was alright. The ginger guy.
Alex Tilden.
I think he's second place.
Yeah, but it's weird. He kind of just came in at the end and didn't last long. And then Boyd Fowler came in at the beginning, got took out.
I actually think, right, this may be controversial, I actually think it's a good storyline. The problem is, you've got fucking Lumen and these guys who lack charisma. I think that's the biggest problem.
No, I agree.
I think... It's like... See with George Skinner, right? Obviously someone better could have played him. I get that, but I think the story was weak. It was some fucking gardener.
Yeah.
But here you've like, holy shit, there's this like group with like 5 guys, and they've done this to 12 women, and Dexter's teaming up with the 13th, and they're going to get revenge against each one of them, and it's a race against time, against the Force. See, on paper, going into Season 5, you're like, fuck, see if they get a good actress, and they get 5 big actors to play this role, and one great guy to lead them. This could be some super great shit. But it kind of just peters out.
Just Jordan Chase, just some boring lecturer that likes the sound of his own voice.
Aye.
I never sold on him. I like Boyd Fowler. I thought he was the best of the bunch, but I mean, he was out there, wasn't he? He was like, Boyd Fowler didn't even... I see Boyd Fowler. He doesn't feel part of that group. The rest of them all seem like businessmen.
Aye,
Suits.
He's weird.
Boyd Fowler's this out here guy that likes collecting fucking dead bodies. Boyd Fowler almost feels like a acquaintance or something that they've maybe asked to get rid of the bodies. But we obviously...
Which we see them do.
But obviously we see that he was their childhood friend. But to me, Boyd Fowler feels more like a guy that they met in their adult lives, and they were using him, paying him or whatever to get rid of the bodies, rather than Boyd Fowler being a part of the core group.
Yeah, he did. And he actually got a few episodes, to him. And I think the fact that the investigation started with him does help. But you're right. I think it's a good storyline. I just think the people in it. So, like, for me, it's like you look at that storyline. I think it's more intriguing on paper than Season 2. But season 2 just works because of like the whole Dexter dynamic.
Absolutely. Right, so Dexter and Lumen, they're planning Chase's murder, but obviously it's going to be hard to do because he's Jordan Chase. He's got a lot of security. It's going to be hard to get this guy alone.
And also, when you've let him know that you're going to kill him.
Yeah, that's another. It's just a dumb move from Dexter, isn't it, really, when you think about it? Masuka finds a second pair of footprints outside of Alex Tilden's house, and we then get it put together that it looks like there's a man that is helping Lumen. And again, they make it realistic that here it would take a man in order to help bring these guys down. Now, in 2025, this wouldn't be allowed. Yep. They wouldn't allow a woman needing a man to help her get revenge against a bunch of men that done her wrong.
Well, absolutely. We should do it ourselves. But I remember in the Saw movies when they were working out who's helping Jigsaw, they're like, well, Amanda Young's helping them, but who's hoisting up all the bodies? It can't be John. He's too sick, and she's a woman, and that's what led them to believe it was Hoffman, or a man of physical stature. And it's the same here. But you're right.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
that's fucking.
That's common sense.
That's legit. But obviously now that doesn't happen now.
No, fuck the women they do everything.
Yeah,
they do it all.
So Stan Liddy in this episode, he's keeping a close eye on Dexter and Lumen. He's watching them. Dexter manages to realise that they're being watched. He sees that the baby monitor has been compromised, and he goes to the station and he finds out that Quinn is actually the one that has pulled out all the cameras. Quinn signed them out. They go to Quinn's place and they do find photos of them dumping bodies into the ocean at night. Lumen tells Dexter to take the photos, but Dexter's like, well, there's no point. It'll only alert him that we have been here and that he knows about it. What we need to do is we need to find the original copy. We need to find the online device or
the
whatever.
Flash drive.
And I mean that makes sense. I agree, but like, how can Quinn have looked at these photos here and not have got his interest piqued? I get it. He's in a difficult situation with Deborah finding out and he doesn't want to lose her. And I think that's the main reason. I don't think it's Quinn necessarily thinking I was wrong about Dexter. I think it's more Quinn just thinking, if I continue to pursue this, I could fuck things up. But honestly, I don't see how Quinn can look at those photos and not... I think that's a writing flaw. Is Quinn that much a simp, or is he that much in love with Deborah that he's willing to just like neglect what's in front of him just so he can try and save his relation? I mean, Jesus Christ, you've got Dexter and some woman dumping black bin bags into the ocean. Let's say it's not dead bodies. Let's say it's not body parts. Still not good. It must be something illegal.
Aye,
or fucking asbestos or something, there cannot be anything good out of them dumping shit.
And also, it's like I said in the last episode, right? Deborah's got the theory that a blonde woman who was number 13 is being helped by a vigilante. Quinn's heard about this. What does this look like? A blonde woman with Dexter who he is suspicious is doing something dodgy, and they're doing something dodgy. And you're right, it is a writing flaw, but again, it's like, I think the pictures is almost enough for Quinn to do it, but it's not enough to be conclusive against Dexter. Like, if you put
it's not. But even
if you put the photos right next to the footage of them preparing to kill somebody and talking about Jordan Chase for fuck's sake, then of course it looks.
Yeah, I mean, and he's got that.
But that's where Liddy needs to lay it on thick. He needs to lay it on thick, right? It's thick as fuck, man. Take half the block of butter out the tub and slap it on the toast instead of this measly fucking wee scrape of the butter.
Even if Quinn shows Deborah those photos, is she not going to be like, what the fuck is he doing with that woman?
He told me that was the
the landlord.
Aye, I'm the landlord. She's the tenant. I think they've been drinking too many tenants to fucking come up with this theory.
Yeah, Quinn and Deborah, they go to Mantell's wife. That was the dentist. She thinks that he was away on these trips having an affair. She thought he was gay. They tell him, unfortunately, he's not gay, but it looks like he was,
serial rapist
and murderer and shit.
Is it worse? Who knows?
Well, Probably not there, you know what I'm saying?
You think you got away with one thing,
And
and then they hit you right in the balls, buddy.
then his ex-wife, reveals that the guy in the picture is Eugene Greer because they bring up Jordan Chase, and now Deborah and Quinn know that this officially ties in Jordan Chase to all the other victims or all the other potential culprits for the Barrow Girls, because now they know that this guy in the picture, Eugene Greer, is Jordan Chase. So I'd say Jordan Chase's time's running out for sure.
No, I know it is running out, and at this point, it's like all roads lead to Jordan Chase, being connected here. But he's trying to get a flight.
Yeah, pretty much. Emily then calls Lumen saying, I need you and Dexter to get here. I'm scared about Jordan. Lumen tries to call Dexter to get him to go over. She can't get through to Dexter because Dexter's been tased and he's in the back of Stan Liddy's fan. Yeah. So Lumen, just like a moron, runs over, drives over to the house, gets inside, and Jordan Chase is in the house. So there you go. She's trapped. Looks like Jordan's going to kill her. Emily Birch then, tries to get tries to intervene or something, and Jordan Chase just kills her.
Did I mess up? Yeah, fire poker to the skull a couple of times, did.
I don't know why he killed her. I don't really get it. I mean, what?
It was almost just to give you like the false sense when Dexter walked in that he killed Lumen.
I think that's what it was. I just don't really. I just do not. You can't say, he killed her because she was a witness. She's been a witness for like 20 odd years.
Yeah, to like the other 12. You're right.
Fuck. But I don't know. Anyway,
but they make you feel that she's so special to him.
Obviously not.
Yeah, it's like he just fucking dropped her here then.
Yeah, Dexter then sees there's a fan that's been parked there. It's not been moving. He thinks it's potentially Quinn. He thinks Quinn's in it, so he goes over to see if there's some surveillance stuff in it. And Stan Liddy tasers him, throws him in, drives off, and then Stan Liddy, when Dexter wakes up, says, you know what? They stole my money, they stole my job, they stole my pension, but thanks to you, buddy, I'm going to get you back in there because you're going to open up everything. I've got a camera here, you're going to confess. And Dexter's like, why would I do that? And Stan Liddy tells him that, well, you know what? If you do that, then your little girlfriend, I don't need her, I don't care about her, getting used enough to get my job back, I'll even let her go free. So Stan Liddy offers Dexter a deal here that if he confesses to the kills and the murders or dumping the bodies, then he'll let Lumen go. He also phones Quinn, says, Quinn, son, you're going to want to get down here, meet me at the docks, meet me at the pier. And Quinn then's like, right, so Quinn goes down, but Dexter manages to fight back when Stan Liddy's trying to record the confession. They get into a bit of a brawl. Liddy tries to pull a knife on Dexter, but Dexter fights back, uses his upper hand leverage, and turns the knife into Stan Liddy. Just as Quinn is arriving at the scene, Quinn gets out his car, Dexter finishes impaling Liddy, stabs him. Quinn then shouts on Liddy, can't open the fan, the door's locked, phones Liddy's phone, Dexter turns it on silent, looks through the window, Dexter peels the curtains across so he can't see in, and Quinn at this point's like, what the fuck are you doing, Liddy? And we see a bit of blood drip from Liddy's body, down the bottom of the fan, through the fan, and onto the shoe of Quinn before Quinn walks off.
Yeah, I mean, this could be absolutely bang bang good night here.
Before, I think it was earlier this episode or the episode before where Quinn left a message on Stan Liddy's phone saying, I'm going to kill you or something like that. It was something incriminating.
Yeah, but it's like, it just...
Don't fucking mess with me, because, he already threatened him before. He threatened him in person when he grabbed him and warned him to stay the fuck away from Deborah, but he also did leave, like, a threatening message on Stan Liddy's phone after...
And he's got blood on his shoes, and I think the chances are he's not going to realise this is on his shoes. But again, it's like, Stan Liddy here. See if Stan Liddy phones Quinn and goes, here, I'm going to get a confession from Dexter, and he's in the back of my fan. You need to get down to the docks. That means Dexter can't kill Liddy, and he's fucked. Because he heard the conversation, but the fact he kept the conversation so fake means he can kill him. And again, is it justified? Does Stan Liddy meet the code? I'm not convinced.
I don't think he does. Dexter could maybe...
Yeah, but it's self-defense through your own actions. Like, if you don't attack him, he doesn't try and kill you.
True. Yeah.
Like, Stan Liddy's using self-defense against Dexter rather than the other way about.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose Dexter could argue Stan Liddy brought the knife, but I mean, let's say if Stan Liddy, I don't know, if Stan Liddy doesn't have a knife.
He brought the knife to let on thick with the butter.
Yeah, I don't think this is self-defense. I think this is against the code. It's not the first kill we've seen against the code.
I'm shocked Harry did not spawn in the front seat. What are you doing?
Yeah, but that pretty much, that takes care of Liddy. Dexter then arrives at Emily's house. He finds the blood. He finds Emily. But he doesn't find Lumen, and he doesn't find Chase, so she's gone. Deborah arrives at the airport to arrest Chase because he was just about to fly out private jet, do a European tour, but he didn't show up, so looks like he's not leaving America.
Nope, absolutely not. He is, well, where is he? That's the big question. What's he going to do with Lumen?
Yeah, and Dexter then finds footprints, and he finds the knife that he bought for Lumen, and I don't know, he determines that she put up a bit of a fight or whatnot, but I fucking wish she didn't, to be fair. I wish Chase had just killed her, but yeah, rest in peace, Stan Liddy. A good character. I enjoyed him overall, though, just not really in it enough. But, I mean, for what...
He's hurt by plot armor.
For the amount that he was in the show, I really liked the Stan Liddy character and the Stan Liddy storyline.
I like Stan Liddy. I have no beef with the guy. I mean, I think his death's a bit shit because I would have liked him. You know, it is a bit idiotic, like to get Dexter in the back of the fucking van and hold a camera right to his face and leave weapons about. But all he had to do was tell Quinn a wee bit more information. It would have been all right, didn't he?
Yep.
And it's all over. But I think better than the last episode. I will give it a 7.
I'll get a 7 as well. We'll see what happens in the finale, guys. I think season 5's been okay. I think it's been good, but nothing more than that.
Like I say, I think the storyline's been better than season 3, but season 3 is Miguel.
Miguel! Anyway, guys, that's it. 7 out of 10. We'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.